Under the shadow of some of the world's tallest trees, members of the world's oldest living culture are getting connected.
I got it. Same too.
Palawa woman Shani Reid organises wilderness trips across Tasmania, taking the Aboriginal community onto country.
Wandering through takara or a track, and you pick up an object that you know was created by your ancestors, that you know you have that spiritual and physical connection with, and that gives you that sense of belonging.
It gets me out and fresh air in my lungs and just keeps me healthy and active.
But statewide, obstacles are separating the Palawa people of Tasmania from their ancient heritage.
Through the digging up of Aboriginal bins, the forward driving over sacred Aboriginal heritage sites, we've had vandalism to priceless rock art.
Even on sites they officially own, Aboriginal people can't access all their heritage. On the northwest coast, Pramangana was officially returned by the state government in 1995. Pakana Rangers care for ancient rock carvings called petroglyphs.
These petroglyphs have probably been around a bit longer than maybe 40,000 years.
More than 50 other petroglyphs are buried under the sand.
It's a sandstone that's actually natural occurring in this area, and the old fellas used to carve them up and re-tap them every year.
In the 1960s, archaeologists dug up the beach, exposing the ancient rock carvings. They took one of the biggest petroglyphs to the Tasmanian Museum and Art Gallery, where it was displayed until 2005. Tony Brown used to be the senior curator of Indigenous cultures at the museum, known as TMAG.
Some of the symbols represent the moon, the sun, because Aboriginal people, you know, according to creation stories, that's where we came from. We came from up there.
This beach on Bruny Island in the state's south is where Captain James Cook landed in 1777, searching for fresh water. To mark the 250th anniversary of Captain Cook's voyage to Australia, the federal government is funding a national program to get overseas museums to return culturally significant Indigenous items. But Tony Brown is looking for a return from the local museum in Hobart. He wants TMAG to hand back the petroglyphs his ancestors carved into the rocks of northwest Tasmania thousands of years before Captain Cook's arrival.
You know, people might say, okay, you know, this petroglyph, because it was taken, has been preserved. Preserved for who? It hasn't been preserved for us, the Tasmanian Aboriginal community. It's been preserved for the non-Aboriginal community, the white community, the white archaeologists.
It's been 9 years since discussions began with the museum about a hand back. But the petroglyphs are still being stored here at TMAG's collections building in Hobart suburbs. The museum wouldn't allow us inside to film the rock engravings with the Aboriginal community, but in a statement, the museum said the petroglyphs are part of its collection. And while it's committed to consultations, no decision has been made about the future of the petroglyphs.
Well, when we go to TMAG, we'll be going there as owners of that heritage. And so our expectation will be that they'll assist us in having that heritage returned to the community.
Further along the northwest coast, other petroglyphs were stolen in the 90s.
The federal police became involved and they traced it to America, and we seem to think that it was stolen for a rock art sale.
For Tasmania's Palawa people, the priceless rock art can't be replaced.
They haven't just stolen some art and, you know, a nice kind of object to take away and sell and have on display. They've actually stolen our ability to connect with our old people.
And if someone realises that they have that object, what would you like them to do?
Return it, same as the one in the museum.